Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hoop Show. My name is Ben Reeve. This is the Hoop Show, and we're here to talk about AFL and AFLW. But let's start with some AFL news that has a couple of things that have dropped during the week. The AFL is starting to hint that they might release the season fixture for 2024 as early as the next 1 or 2 weeks. Now, a little bit earlier than normal. Normally, we get the fixture in December sometimes, so that's looking like it might come in November. Why? Well, the reason I'm guessing is because the AFL want to do a big opening round launch in the northern states, in New South Wales and Queensland. Now, in order to do that, to get as many people there as possible, you really need to give people opportunity to book flights and accommodation and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's the plan, to get it out nice and early. At least that first round fixture. Maybe they'll just drop little bits and pieces like they always do. It seems to be the way it goes. But that's coming soon. So hopefully we'll be able to get our teeth stuck into the first couple of rounds of the AFLW season. Be nice to know who the Cats are playing round 1 or round 2 or round 3, something like that. Maybe we won't get the whole fixture dropped immediately, but if we can get something, I'm happy with that. That's fine. I don't think Geelong will be playing, though, up in the northern states. I think it's the big three or four Melbourne teams, your Collingwoods, Carlton's, Richmond's another one as well. I don't know who the fourth one could be. Don't think it'll be the Bombers, but anyway, it won't be Geelong. Geelong will probably be playing like the week after or something like that. But it'll be great. So I think it'll be like, I think you'll have your 4 games, probably a Thursday night game, maybe. I'm guessing a Friday, a Saturday, maybe a Sunday afternoon game. And then we head back to the Victorian states where we have a big sort of Victorian launch. Now, I think that's what I'm hearing anyway, and that's what's being reported on the news and socials and all that sort of stuff. Now, whether it changes between now and then, who knows? But that's where it's going at the moment. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really keen on the opening round. I know not everyone likes theme rounds and all that sort of stuff. That's okay. I'm a big supporter of it. I think especially in those states where footy's not really big, that's okay. So let's make it happen. Let's have a bit of fun with it. I've got lots of crazy ideas. And Paul asked me to do a bit of a rant video about what I do with aligning the AFLW and AFL men's season. I'll get to that at some point, but I've got to put some more thoughts into how that might look. But yeah, definitely a big supporter of opening round and whatever they want to do to throw some more bells and whistles on it. That's fine. Now, the other news that I'm hearing is the AFL's thinking about bringing back the AFL Reserves competition. Now, that's been dead for years, and it's pretty much been the state leagues running things. Mostly your VFL comp is probably the biggest one, and there's a whole bunch of AFL teams in that comp. There's a few that aren't, though, so it kind of makes sense that we've got a second tier where we've got our young guys coming through. They get to run out in the club colours every week. Wouldn't that be nice? Personally, if I'm drafted to an AFL club, I don't want to play for Claremont or some Werribee or whatever it is, whatever. I want to play for the club I'm drafted with. And I want to play, curtain raisers to the big game and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully, there's no guarantees we'll get curtain raisers. Hopefully we get a few of them, but I'd love to go back to those days where all the players get on a plane together and go wherever. Let's go. Everyone's off. We're going to Brisbane, playing the reserves in the morning, and then we're going to start with the men's team in the afternoon. Hopefully that comes in. There's cost involved with all this stuff. I totally get that. How can they afford it? I don't know. But if they can make it work, it's great. I think bring it in for sure. The other big thing this week is the AFLW season comes to an end. Well, the home and away section of the season comes to an end this weekend. Round 10, still only 10 rounds of footy. Probably needs to be a little bit more, at least 17 if you ask me. Get 17. Everyone gets to play each other once. I think give that a go. Test it out in the AFLW competition at least. I'm sure we can make that work. Yeah, that's coming to an end. The Cats, if you're a Geelong supporter watching this, which most of you probably are, the Cats are playing Hawthorn on Saturday twilight, so I'm expecting a massive victory against the minnows that are Hawthorn. They're terrible in the men's and terrible in the women's, so surely Geelong gets the job done there. Surely we get the job done there. And then we head into finals. Don't believe that there's a pre-finals bye or anything like that, or a pre-grand final bye. I think we just keep rolling for the next 4 weeks after this week, and we'll see what happens. But to me, it just seems like, Geelong will probably play finals. We'll probably either win the first final, lose the next week, or we'll bomb out in the first week. One of the two. I don't think we're going all the way. So, Cats fans, treat this year as a building year. Another one, 2 finals in a row, and next year we'll have a real crack at the top four, and we'll see where that takes us. But I think it's pretty much a two-horse race really at this point between Adelaide and Melbourne. And if anyone else gets close, we'll see. But I think it'll be, unless something happens in the finals, there's an upset, and Adelaide and Melbourne can't play each other in the grand final because they've switched sides of the draw or something like that. I think that's probably the only reason why it would be different. So that's where I'm seeing it. So yeah, look, I don't know. Are you going to try and get to the game on the weekend at GMHB? Again, if you are a Geelong supporter, if you're not a Geelong supporter, this is the Hoop Show. Why are you here? You're welcome. But we're going to talk a lot about Geelong footy on this show. It's hard to find stuff to talk about at the moment. I should point out it is Renee Gering's, not like last game, but last season. She has announced her retirement. And so congrats to her on a fantastic career. Coming back from having a baby is no mean feat. And a big congratulations to Claudia Gunjaka on game 25 as well. So these milestones, yeah, they're not as big as what the men's are, but remember the seasons are shorter, and it's a little bit harder in the women's comp to sort of build that sort of career tally of games. So we've got to be mindful of that and celebrate those milestones when we can. Eventually, we'll get one player playing 100 games in the AFLW, and that'll be pretty big. But at the moment, we're just celebrating these smaller milestones for now. That's about it, I reckon. That's me done, I reckon. There's not too much to talk about this time of year, so I just thought I'll quickly jump on. Got the new microphone up there. I've got rid of the microphone in front of me now, so I hope it's a little bit more freeing. I can move my hands a little bit more. I'm not going to knock cables out and all that sort of stuff. Got the new headset. So I'm trying a few things out, and hopefully we're good to go. When the new season kicks off, we've got to head around all the new gear and all that sort of stuff. But let me know what you think of the audio, if it's any different. I'm not quite right with it yet. I'll get there, but there's a couple of little tweaks here and there, things like that. But yeah, any feedback you wanna send my way, more than happy to receive it. Thanks, guys. Until next time, go Cats. See ya.